Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Your Review Channel. Today we're going to be talking about an old Seth Thomas electric mechanical clock. So basically you plug it in the wall for the clock and you wind it up for the mechanical. It's kind of cool, it has chimes. It's a very nice old clock, 1970s. We're going to show you how to repair the cord, do some lubrication for the gears and so on. So let's get to that video and show you how to fix that. But before we do, very important to me, if you can like, share and subscribe to this video. It does help me out quite a bit, helps me grow my channel, and helps me continue doing what I love to do, is help people with their projects. So let's get to the video right now. Seth Thomas clock, you can see, that I picked up. It's in very good condition. I did a little bit of repair work, so I just had a couple scratches and scuff marks here, and I just took a marker. So basically it's like a furniture marker, and just touch up all the corners and all the edges so it makes it look really nice, and we're going to resell this. But I had a problem. It didn't work correctly. So I'll open up the back and you can see here. So this is a electric mechanical clock. Okay, so hopefully you can see inside. So this is the motor here. This runs the clock itself. So two problems. It didn't work. The chime didn't work. So as you can see in here, these gears were gummed up. So all you had to do is add a little bit of oil to the pivot points. The pivot point here, and also the other side. A little bit of oil, and everything freed up beautifully, and it works perfect now. So, and this is how you wind it. So this is the mechanical part that you wind. This is the electric part that runs the clock itself. And here are the chimes underneath. So that'll ring every half hour and every hour, like that. But it wasn't working. So all I do is oil up the pins, the pivot points here, okay, and oil up the back and the gears. And 90% of the time, clocks like this just need a little bit of oil, and they work fine. So this winds the clock, and this sets the time, and that's how this is done. And this is the instructions here, okay, and this is a model you can see here. There you go. That's a model E538-004 Exeter-E Seth Thomas clock. I believe this is from the 70s, but still highly desirable in working condition. So the other issue that this clock has that I wanted to show you today, what we're going to do today, is a couple things. So we're going to tighten up these screws, okay? So I like to do when I work on these clocks, I like to make them in good working condition and also repair what has to be repaired. So this cord here is very frail, and you can see it's, even though it's original, it's still in pretty bad shape. So we're going to replace that cord, and it's hard to find these really thin cords. What we're going to do is replace it with this cord. Okay, it's a little more heavy duty. It's very hard to find these really thin old cords. They don't make these anymore. These single polarity plugs. Basic extension cord. I'll cut off the tip here. I'll rewire it in here, and I'll connect the wiring to this connection here, which is very simple. So let's just take a look at the side there. You can see a fairly easy repair. Just tie the wire around here to give us some security so you won't pull it out. Basically two simple wire nuts that run to the bottom of the clock here. So hopefully that hole, the only issue I'm seeing, is big enough to fit this wire. This is a thick wire. I just realized that. So this is a really thick wire. So hopefully that'll fit. It'll be a little tight, but let's give it a shot and see how we do. As you can see, this plug is, and if you want to resell something like this, it should be in safe condition. And if you can't find it, if you don't have any old stock hanging around that you can use, not many options. And I'll leave a link below where to pick up these extension cords so you can see that. Also some lubricating oil so you can lubricate the clock, and also some markers to show you how to clean these when they're damaged. And we can go over all that. And hope you enjoyed this little segment of Your Review Channel, and let's get to it. Any kind of damage, and just try to pick the marker closer to the color as you can of the wood. And you can see this is pretty close. And so let's say here, for instance, here you got a little ding here. I'll show you. Hopefully you can see. Take it, you just rub it like that. Use your finger and rub it in. And you can see that disappears. So this is a very simple restoration. A lot of these clocks to get things looking really good. And it's not perfect, of course. People don't expect it, but if you can make it look nice, why not, right? Let's see, a little piece down here. Okay. It looks pretty decent. So we got a couple of loose screws right here. Let's tighten up these screws. It's a basic Phillips. Let's get into doing that. I'll leave a tool. I'll leave all these tools and all these things that I use to repair these things below so you can see. Then we get our screwdriver. We just tighten these down a little bit. Don't over tight because you don't want to strip them. 1, 2, and let's take a look at that. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay. You can see this no longer moving, so let's get nice and tight. You never want to over tighten. So let's remove this piece here. Let's take this out. Let's see, hopefully everybody can see. Okay. So always make sure that it's unplugged, of course. You don't want to get electrocuted. And these are just 2 wire screws here, wire nuts. And we'll just unscrew these. Just take these out. 1. They just come off very easily. And just be careful, they could be a little frail. So just take your time. Again, this is an old clock. We don't want to damage anything. So that takes care of those 2 pieces. Now we want to untie, like a knot in here. What they did. Hopefully you can see. Get a little closer so we all can see how to do this. So it's hard to get your hands in there to untie the knot. So a couple different things you can do. You can just cut it out with a pair of cutters since you're not going to put it back. Let me get a pair of cutters and we'll just cut this out and make it easier for us to remove this. Right here, you can just cut that out. Here's the other piece, and this just slides out in the bottom. And that comes right out. And we're going to put the new wire in here, and we're going to run it inside. All right. Good. So let's run the new cord. So we have our cord here. Take this off. Look at this nice paper we don't need. Let's get rid of this paper. Let's cut this off. Okay. All right. So now we have a couple of clean ends, and let's just get this prepped before we run it in. Let's open this up like that, as you can see. And we'll get it ready to wire on these 2 wires. And we're just going to strip these a little bit. I don't have a stripping tool. I should, but I don't. But as you can see, if you take your time and just work around it easily, you can see you can just get this right open like that there. Here's one wire. We'll just twist that and get that one ready. That's one. Let's get the second one. I think that should be about long enough. Okay, and you can see the second one there. Let's tighten these up. Okay, so now we're going to run these inside the back of the clock, and hopefully this will fit. Let's take a look. It should be okay. It's a little tight, but very tight. I don't want to drill it out though, because I want to keep it original. So let's see how much we can get in there. We might have to open that up a little bit. So here's a bit. Let's see. Make it a little bit bigger. Drill. Get it ready. And we'll go slow at this. We don't want to damage it. And we'll just go very slow, just to open it up just a little bit. Okay, that should do it. Let's take a look. Just enough to get it in there. Perfect. Okay, now we got plenty of room to move in and out. Just a hair. Let's get this cleaned up a little bit. Perfect. Alright, so now we're going to run our wire. Hopefully you can see it coming up. There it is. Okay. There's the wire, and we're just going to run it around the loop one time just to give it some security. So if someone yanks on it, you don't want it to break. So we're going to run it through here, which is going to be a little bit harder because this is a lot thicker wire. So we will do our best to run it through. Just be careful. I'm going to try to make a knot. I don't think we can because it's extremely thick wire, but we'll do our best. Just tie these two together. Because the wire is so thick, you know, if you can find a thinner wire, then maybe that'll work. But hard to find these old-fashioned wires like that, so this is the best option I can think of right now. And you can see it makes the loop. Hopefully you can see that. I'll zoom in. You can see that like that. So that makes a loop like that, right? So that's good. That keeps it out of the way. It's perfect. Make sure it's tight. and then we'll cut the extra piece off. Okay, so now we're left with the 2 wires. Just be careful with this, you don't want to pull it out of the socket. Alright, let's make it tight. A little long, so I'll make it a little shorter. These are very small wire ties there. Like that. We'll put this in like that. That's one. Black rabbit like that. Yeah. That's one. Let's get the second one tied in. Again, we'll make it a little bit shorter. Let's put this on here. Careful, these are very brittle, these are old, so just gotta be careful. Put the wire nut on like this. Alright, let me just tuck everything in here where it was. Nice and safe. Out of the way. The door closes. Push that in like that, that's where it was. And let's plug it in and see what we got. It should be fine. Okay. It looks good. Okay. So that's pretty much how you replace it. You get rid of the old one, you put the new one in here. We had to do a little retrofitting as far as, you know, pushing that down out of the way. And I think you're in good shape. Any questions or comments, please leave below. Please subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed this, just a quick repair and just how to go over fixing up the clock and getting it ready to either resell or use yourself, whatever you want to do, make it look nice. This is the winding mechanism here. And I'll show you when we turn the time. You can see I took this off so it won't chime, but so that's every half hour, and every hour it'll go the full chime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that was at 9 o'clock. Okay, so as you can see, everything is working beautifully. There's a little bit of flakes coming off here. I believe it's from this bar here, or maybe some of this old plastic stuff coming off, metal. Nothing serious, just some age. But the clock is in perfect working condition with a new cord and ready to go. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe below. I do appreciate it quite a bit. Any questions or comments, leave below. Also like, share, and comment, as we all know. So thanks again for checking out your review channel. Again, this is a how-to repair and to maintain an old clock and to get it ready to either to use or to resell or to whatever you want to do. Thank you again, and you make it a great day.